Okay, there's a big difference between night 1 and night 2 in the hospital, and I hear from a lot of parents that they were surprised. Now, you go into the hospital, your baby gets born, and they get sleepy. They've gone through the entire process of delivery, whether it be a vaginal birth or a C-section, and they're tired. And they go to sleep, and you're like, oh my gosh, we got really lucky. We've got a good sleeping baby here. Because they sleep so much that first night that you're in the hospital. Because they're tired, because they're exhausted. They just went through a marathon like you did of the process of being born. And so I go in the next morning, and I often hear from parents, we've got a great sleeper. He slept great. He slept all night. The nurse made us wake him up to feed him and everything like that. And parents aren't ready then for the bombshell that I drop on them, which is he's going to be up a lot tonight. And oftentimes they don't even believe me. And then I come in the next morning and I was right. Baby was up a lot. So what I recommend is just because he slept really good the first night, do not say, we can just stay up all day. We'll have a bunch of visitors. We'll catch up on our Netflix or whatever. Get rest. Sleep as much as you possibly can. Put the sign up on the door that says do not disturb. Take naps. If you're comfortable with it, which I highly recommend, send the baby to the nursery just for a little bit. The nurses will watch him. They'll take great care of him. You'll have him for the next 18 plus years, and you'll be worried about him for the next, 40, 50, 60 years. Get a little bit of rest, because the second night in the hospital, he will be up a lot to feed. And that's totally normal. They call it cluster feeding. Basically, he feeds, he falls asleep. 10 minutes later, feeds again, falls asleep. 10 minutes later, feeds, falls asleep. It just goes on all night. And it can be very stressful, especially when you're recovering from delivery. And so I highly, highly recommend sleep as much as you can while you're in the hospital. Take advantage of the fact that you have all these helpers around you that can help hold the baby, cuddle the baby, watch the baby so that you can rest. Because then you're going to go home, and that third night when you're at home typically, they'll still want to eat a lot. And then your milk will start to come in and things will get better. But I expect babies to sleep really good the very first night, not sleep very good for the next few nights. Now things get better after a little bit as your milk comes in and they're more fed and not as hungry and everything like that. But expect that your baby the second night in the hospital will be up a lot, and it will go much smoother if you have that expectation and you get the rest that you can when you can. Keep up the good work. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, will you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos that I put out? And if you'd like to learn more or watch another video, you can click right over here to keep going. Have a good day. Keep up the good work.